Imagine living hundreds of years ago, when the idea of justice wasn't about prisons or fines, but about fear. In medieval times, punishments weren't just meant to correct people. They were designed to terrify everyone who watched. These punishments were brutal, shocking, and so extreme that even today they make us shiver. One of the most infamous devices was the Iron Maiden. It looked like a coffin shaped like a human, lined inside with long metal spikes. The victim was placed inside, and when the door shut, the spikes pierced the body. It was slow, agonizing, and the screams would echo through the streets. Whether or not every detail is true, the legend of the Iron Maiden became a symbol of pure cruelty. Then there was the breaking wheel, also called the Catherine wheel. Imagine being tied to a giant wooden wheel while your limbs were smashed with a hammer. Sometimes, the victim was left on display, bones shattered, as a warning to everyone else. It wasn't quick. It was torture stretched out over hours or even days. In Rome, gladiator games took punishment to another level. Criminals and slaves were sometimes thrown into the arena, not to fight, but to die. Lions, tigers, and bears were released, and thousands of people cheered as blood filled the sand. To the crowd, it was entertainment. To the victim, it was a death sentence written in the loudest way possible. Another nightmare from the past was impalement. A sharp wooden stake was forced through the body, often starting from below, and the victim was raised up like a gruesome flag. This method, used by rulers like Vlad the Impaler, was so terrifying that entire armies would surrender rather than face it. And if you thought fire was safe, think again. Heretics and accused witches were tied to stakes and burned alive. The smell of smoke mixed with screams created a memory that haunted anyone who witnessed it. For the rulers, it was not just punishment, it was control through terror. These brutal punishments remind us that history was not just kings and castles, but a dark world where fear kept order. People lived knowing that one mistake, one false accusation, could lead them to the wheel, the fire, or the arena. It's hard to imagine now, but for centuries, this was reality. And maybe the most chilling thought is that thousands cheered, watched, and even enjoyed the suffering of others. That is the true horror of history.